We saw some crazy stuff at the Kentucky Highlands Renaissance Fair. Hi, my name is Hannah. Thank you so much for coming to my channel where I talk all things costume, cosplay, and events. This time we are talking about my first experience with the Kentucky Highlands Renaissance Festival in Eminence, Kentucky. So going into this, to be honest, I did not know a ton about this fair. I did do a little bit of research. I knew it was in its 20th year, so I was like, this is great. I saw that there was a joust, so I was like, okay, it's got to be somewhat established. And I even joined a Friends of the Kentucky Renaissance Fair Facebook page to try and get some more information. It's definitely not as large as the Ohio Renaissance Fair, my home festival, but I'm glad we made the journey. The Kentucky Highlands Renaissance Fair is set in 14th century Scotland, in the Scottish Highlands, of course. And it's so cute. Like, as you are driving up to the parking lot, there's like various signs. It's like, you are entering the fair. This is the 14th century in Scotland. Da, 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 da. Like, it's so cute. There's like already a story as you are driving in to the parking lot, which I really enjoy. We did purchase tickets in advance for this fair. It was the opening weekend, so they had some deal where it was like $5 off your ticket at the gate. During the drive there, I was getting nervous that we wouldn't be able, like, maybe they would run it out or there would be a really long line at the gate. So I ended up just buying them on my phone in the car for $25 each. So it was about $50 for both my husband and I to attend. I did see on the website, though, that parking was included. So there was not a separate charge for parking. Y'all know I love that. There is absolutely no food and beverage from outside, though, which I don't like. Like, you can't even bring in a water bottle. Yeah. I did not end up asking anyone if there was a water fountain. I don't think there was. Honestly, I just kind of have a lot of anxiety and I didn't want to go up and ask anyone, to be like quite honest. But the bottled water to purchase is not crazy expensive. I think we found them for like $2 a bottle, which, I mean, yeah, it's not cheap, but it's better than paying like $5 for bottled water or more at like a stadium or something. So I mentioned there's all these signs and the storytelling element before you even get into the fair. Along with that, there's also this cute little drive through the woods. So you are literally like tucked away in this little fantasy village. So there's these signs, you go through the woods a little bit, and then there's like this big grassy parking area. Obviously, they have people helping you park, you get out, and then you do another cute little walk from the parking lot into like the ticketing booth in the entrance. There was a high emphasis on security, which I do really appreciate. There was a bag check, again, no food, beverage, or any other illegal items. He just looked through a bag that had like sunscreen and my recording stuff and bug spray. I was like, I'm not really sure what to expect, so I brought a bunch of different stuff that I might need. Got our bag checked and walked right in. Right at the beginning of this park is something I have not seen. I've heard about at other fairs, but I thought it was all gone because of COVID. They have a little costume rental shop at the beginning of this park. And again, like, I haven't seen any of those in a while. I've honestly kind of jealous that those don't exist more, although I get it because germs and gross and whatever. But I thought it was amazing that they had this at the front. They had stuff for kids, they had stuff for adults, a wide variety of sizing. It was not terrible pricing, I don't think. I mean, thinking again that they have to be laundered and pressed and everything again before somebody else can wear them. They were all labeled by like a different color tag, and each tag had a different price attached to it. So like all the blue tags were 15, and then there were different increments from $50 to $40. They do take a credit card, and there was a fitting room, and there were people there to help you pick something out if you needed help. So I really appreciated that, and I thought that was a really cute element. I will also say there were so many people wearing costumes at this event, which I love to see. Y'all know I love to see it. But I will also say, if maybe you're going for the first time, you're not sure about wearing a costume, you're like, I just want to wear my jeans and t-shirt, that's also totally fine. I did see plenty of people that were not in costume. But also, if you want to test it out a little bit, you could rent a costume and try it out for a little bit. It's fun. I promise you it's fun, but no pressure. The atmosphere and the vibes were honestly just amazing. There were so many wonderful and friendly vendors. I had a lot of good conversation with several different people. And honestly, I actually ran into a subscriber from the channel, which was amazing. So I'm here at the Kentucky Highlands Renaissance Festival, and I just met one of my subscribers in person. Logan, if you're watching, hi. That was amazing. Thank you so much for saying hi. And if anyone else out there, if you ever see me at a run fair, feel free to say hi, because that absolutely absolutely just made my day. There were quite a bit of food options, which I appreciated. There were some more like lighter options. There was a place that had like salads and wraps and fruit trays and things like that, which I really appreciate because I don't always, especially when it's like a really hot day, I don't always want some like fair style food like fries and a bunch of other fried stuff. It's not really my vibe. We did end up buying a turkey leg there. I'm not a turkey leg person, but my husband really wanted one, so we bought one before we watched the joust, and they were $15 each. And honestly, it was really a vibe to sit there and eat a turkey leg and watch the joust. There were not a ton of shows that really interested us, like on the schedule. We looked at all the different acts and things like that, but they did have armored combat and a joust, so we obviously had to watch that. I will say for both events, if you want to watch them, I highly recommend getting there like 10-15 minutes early so you can get a good spot. Specifically at the joust, there is covered seating in that area, which I wish more fairs had that. And we were there, I think, like 15 minutes before the show started, and we got in the second row, which I was a little sad we didn't get the first row, but we were watching the armored combat beforehand. The armored combat was great. They had a couple different one-on-one fights. And if you aren't familiar, these are not like choreographed fights or anything. Like it is a sport. There are real tournaments, and they just do their moves and see who wins. And they also had one in the section that we watched that I think was like 4-on-4. It was just amazing. I mean, who doesn't love watching people in armor beat each other up with swords and such? So that was a lot of fun. And then we went over to the joust, and we saw something that neither of us had ever seen before at the joust, which was literally so crazy. It was the craziest thing. So there was a female knight and a male knight, and the female knight hit the male knight during the joust so hard and in just the right spot, I guess, that he actually fell off his horse. I've never seen somebody be dismounted at the joust before, and you could kind of tell something was wrong. He started like leaning a little bit, and then he completely fell off the horse and like rolled. And then he got up, so like obviously he was fine and everything. If he had been hurt, I would have been, less of like a oh my gosh, so exciting part. But thankfully he wasn't hurt. I am a little salty because I had turned my camera away right before it happened. So I think I got some at the end of him like on the ground, but I didn't get footage of him actually falling off the horse. It was some pretty big shock value. And I mean, I hope it wasn't like choreographed. I don't think it was, because I mean, who would want to be planned to fall off their horse in a suit of armor for several times a day for the joust? So yeah, that was definitely like one of the highlights. I'm not even gonna lie, it was crazy to see that. But again, yeah. So if you're probably gonna want to get there early. The covered section is not huge, so as we were sitting there, the seated section filled up, and then like outside of the seated section filled up as well. And if you're going to come to the joust, please do not be like this person that ran in front of me and a bunch of other people to get a recording while it was clear that other people were recording. But again, loved it. It was totally worth it. My husband was like, I'm tired, I don't really want to stay. And I was like, we are watching the joust. 100% worth it. 100% worth it. Overall, I really enjoyed my time at this fair. I think it's going to be a close second to the Ohio Renaissance Festival. Ohio Renaissance Festival is just a smidge closer to me. It's usually about an hour 45 from where I'm coming from, and the Kentucky Renaissance Fair is more like 3 hours from where I'm coming from, so it is a little bit farther. But my husband and I genuinely had a really great time, so I hope that we are able to come back to this fair in the future. We probably won't be able to come back this year, but maybe next season we'll be able to come back again. Something I did not mention, the Kentucky Highlands Renaissance Fair does have themed weekends. We went on opening weekend, so there was not a specific fair, just everybody happy that the fair is back. And I will say it is like a real little town surrounding it. Like you are not like an hour out in the middle of nowhere. There's like a Dollar General really right down the street. But the fact that it is like surrounded by trees, you don't feel like you are right outside a city. It is, and it's not really like a big city, it's more like a small town. You don't feel like you are in civilization. You feel like you are literally in this fantasy world outside. Also, I'm going to take a moment to point out my outfit here. I was just going for more of like a general tavern wench kind of look. I had recently got this green corset on sale on Amazon. I'd been eyeing it for a while for another look that I'm in the process of making. So I just kind of put this little look together, really happy with it. Several of these items can be found on Amazon, and I'll absolutely link my Amazon storefront below and in the comments. So if you want to see any inspiration, how much things were, it's really pretty affordable. Feel free to check that out. I really like that this stage over here has like tarps over top of it. So that way, when you are sitting there watching a show, you don't get fried, ideally. I wish more Ren fairs did this. There was also a cute parade like right when we got in, and it's kind of similar to the parade that happens at most Ren fairs, where it's a lot of shop vendors and they carry the flag for their shop around. Super cute, and it's just always so much. This place had a pretty big kids section, and they did have a like princess show with Disney princesses in it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but like I get it. I get why it's there for the kids. It's going to entertain them, but I don't really like having like Disney princess shows at the Ren Fair. Like it just doesn't fit the vibe. I don't, in my personal opinion. But so yeah, and that brings me to the end of this video. Let me know in the comments your favorite Ren Fair experiences. Have you ever seen somebody dismounted at the joust before? What were some of your other crazy Ren Fair stories? And what are your other Ren fairs that you like to attend? I am looking to expand. I have some more fairs that I am planning to attend in the near future. So my list keeps on growing. So thanks again for watching this video. And if you liked it, please like, comment, subscribe, or share the video with a friend. It really helps growing this channel. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.